Happy Monday! Here are our vocabulary words so that you're able to complete your assignment. So I'm going to say the word like I do every week, and I want you to say it back just so you remember how to pronounce it, what it looks like. So our first word is depicts. Excellent. So depicts, that might be a new word to some of us. Let me see. This painting depicts an important moment in our nation's history. Let's think about that word and what that could mean in that sentence. So depicts means to show in pictures or words. So my book, let me look for a book. My book depicts 3 girls sitting on a bench. So it's just showing it in words or pictures. All right. So be thinking about what is a synonym for depicts. I might have already kind of said that if you listened really closely or rewind this video. All right, next word. Detested. This is going to sound detested. This is going to be very similar to a word that we talked about last week. Detested means disliked or hated very much. So I want you thinking of the synonym last week that was very close to that. My little sister always detested taking medicine. So some things I detest. This word right here, I detest that. It is not allowed in my classroom. It is like the meanest word possible. That is a word I detest. I don't like saying it. I don't like my students saying it, my kids saying it. So what do you think is an antonym for detested? And we'll look at the picture of the girl. She detests taking her medicine.
Detested. Detested means disliked or hated very much.
Yeah, sometimes medicine is gross and it's not the best flavor. So I've had my own kids detest their medicine before and they don't want to take it, but they have to take it to get better. All right, this word, discarded. Very good. Let's look. Discarded means to throw away. So there's a lot of things that I discard. I probably need to clean off my desk right now and discard a lot of things. The discarded, crumpled up paper lay around the trash can. Think about what's something that you've discarded. So it's something you've just gotten rid of, threw in the trash.
Discarded. Discarded means thrown away.
All right, so I know I discard things every day. I hope you guys do too, especially when you clean out your room. All right, let's go to our next word. Eldest. This is a word you might not have heard, but eldest means the one who was born first or the oldest. So I am the eldest in my family because I'm the oldest sibling. And the example, I am the eldest of 4 children. What is an antonym for eldest? So if you're not the oldest, you are the... Think about that. All right, next word, ignored. I know you know this one because sometimes we are really good at ignoring things, like when our parents tell us, hey, you got to go do your chores, and we just ignore them. Or you got to go do your schoolwork, and again, we ignore them. So it's not paying attention to someone or something. Example, the dog sled team ignored the command to stop and kept on running. So describe a time when you ignored something. So the fireworks have been really loud, so I've had earplugs in so that I could ignore those fireworks so that I could sleep. And here you can see that dog sled team. The dog sled, the person that's running it said they need to stop, and they kept on running. They were ignoring it. My dog likes to definitely ignore some of the stuff I tell her to do. All right, next word, obedience. This is another one I think of my dog with. Obedience is the act of following instructions or doing what someone else says to do. So if your parents say, go do your schoolwork, and you do it, you're being obedient. If you're not doing it, you're not being obedient. So the dog had no obedience training and did not obey his owner's command. How are the words obey and obedience related? So you can see this poor owner, he didn't take his dog to obedience training, and I did take Kita. so that she could listen, she could sit, what else? Shake, stay on the leash, walk by me. But if you don't do that, you're going to have some problems. Obedience, especially when we're obedient in school, that's when our teachers like us the best. Next word, refuge. Okay, this might be a new word. A refuge is a shelter or protection from danger or trouble. The people took refuge in the bus shelter during the rainstorm. So here they are, they're taking refuge in the shelter so they don't get rained on. That's their refuge. So what do you think as a place of, what place do you think of as a refuge? So a place that I feel protected, I would say sometimes my bedroom. Like I just feel safe in there. So thinking about your peace corners in your classroom, hopefully that's a refuge where you feel like it's a place to calm down, to keep you from danger, to keep you from getting in more trouble, just things like that. And this last word, treacherous. Excellent. So treacherous, I like this word, means full of danger or hazardous. The ice and wet snow made the sidewalks treacherous to walk on. Oh, I am not ready for winter at all. What is something that could be described as treacherous? Something that's full of danger or hazard. So I'm thinking, like sometimes maybe when I cook, like I use knives and stuff, I'm always worried because I'm not the safest when I cut things and I'm not the best cook. So that would be treacherous, those knives and like baking or like cooking and things like that. So be thinking of those words. You can come back to this video so you can complete your assignment. I'm going to pull up what your assignment looks like so you know what you're doing. If I can find it. Go over. Okay, so here is your assignment for this week. You've got those 8 words, and we really just need to make sure we're following directions and rereading our sentences to make sure they make sense. If you have little lines under it, that means you're not making sense or you're spelling something wrong. There's no reason we should spell our vocabulary words wrong because they're right there. So it says use a box from the word to answer each question, then use the word in a sentence. So I am just going to help you with number 1 so you know exactly what I expect. So what is a way to say shows in pictures or words? So if I go back to this video, I remember that word depicts. So I am just going to do that one. I could say, let's see. Let me save it as a Google Doc so that I can send you a copy. And then I'm going to do the first one for you, and then you're going to do the rest and make sure you follow those directions. Because there's 2 steps to the directions this week and in this problem. And you will use each word once. Some people are not using them or using them more than once. Should only be used once. All right, so I'm going to go on to what is a way to show words in pictures or show in pictures or words. It would be, I don't know what this is. Delete. I'm going to put the word depicts because it says use a word from the box to answer each question. That's step 1. Then it says use the word in a sentence. The book I am reading depicts the story of the 1918 flu, Spanish flu. So you're going to do that with these other ones. You're going to write the word first, just like you saw I did. I wrote the word that it matches, and then I wrote a sentence that makes sense. So number 2, what might a person seek during a bad storm? Number 3, what is another word for oldest? And remember, you got to say the word, and then you put in a sentence. Number 4, what word might describe the things you find in a garbage can? 5, what is a dog usually awarded for? 6, how might your sister feel if you did not pay attention to her? Oh. Number 7, what is another word for something that is disliked very much? We should know that one from last week. And where's 8? Oh, maybe there is no 8. You only have 7 this week, and I've done 1 for you. Huh. Well, you get lucky. 1 less problem. So I've did that first one for you, so make sure you follow. I'm going to put really big here. example. Just so you make sure to get that one. And that is an automatic point, 2 points. You get a point for putting the word, just like I did right there. That's 1 point. And then your sentence, and it makes sense. That will be 2 points. So you have a total of, I'm giving you an automatic 2 points if you do your assignment because of number 1. And then you'll get a total of 14 points, 2 points for each. So let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.